All right, guys, welcome back. I'm Charlie.
It's 50.
Hey, this is OK Speeding Custom. Check this out.
You here for the burnouts? Are we doing burnouts? When can we start? Huh? When can we start? Can I just go follow the leader?
What a legend. What a legend. All right, guys, this is my little 1929 Ford Roadster. Kind of what you would call a traditional built, bare bones kind of deal. That's my Instagram name. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, people are like, has it got turbo on it? I'm like, no.
No, it's got 4 pounds of oil pressure, dog.
Yeah, barely runs. So hey, take a look at this. We'll show you what we got going on. The setup, oh my gosh, let's get I probably should have cleaned it out a little bit, but
She's a driver.
yeah, she is a driver. Little Barrett. Mind if I put this on the Roadster? Well, she's a little dirty too, but what we got here is a very simple traditional setup. These running boards, they actually stay pretty dirty a lot. They're running board material from a Model A. We've got a Muncie 4-speed. Quick changer end.
What brand quick change is it?
It's a Rodsville. It's got the big 9-inch Ford.
Yeah.
Check this out. If you guys can even see that. Yeah, she's got a quick change. Pull that hood off there, Slick. Show them what we got going on. She runs pretty good. She'll spin a tire for sure. But this is actually a 32 Ford chassis.
A little hot.
Here, hold this camera.
Here, I got it.
You ain't gotta be. All right, guys, so 32 chassis, 1932 Ford. 283 Chevrolet small block. I know some of the Ford guys aren't gonna like that. What do you think?
It's cool, man. It runs good. Can't really complain. You know?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Ford engines. I like those too, but they don't want to run them. I guarantee that.
It's kind of fast, believe it or not.
Yeah. So anyways,
Got a flattened crossmember up front. It's like a Model A style crossmember. And then just a low mount alternator.
yep, 4-inch drop split wishbones.
Yep.
It's actually got 36, and I'll show some pictures of underneath it, but it's got 1936 Ford split wishbones in the back. Rodsville quick changer end. 283 obviously. Muncie 4-speed. This is a hot rod garage touch up right here. The exhaust coming through the side.
Nice.
This car was actually painted by our buddies out in Sand Springs, Jason Smith, at the hot rod garage. He picked out the color. I think they call it, what do they call it? Worn out green.
Worn out green. That's cool. Got a cool tank in it.
Yeah, a little oxygen tank.
Yeah.
Gathering at the Rock action. We've been there a few times.
Yep.
But simple little deal. I fit in it pretty well, and I'm not exactly the smallest guy, but plenty of leg room. It's got a 56 Ford F100 steering and front brakes. The rear brakes are 39 Lincoln. And if you eat too much at the Mexican, you eat too many tacos, we got a little quick disc. Yep.
Dang.
Little quick release right there.
That's race car stuff.
Yeah, so
It's a good running car. You can drive it anywhere. He drives it all over. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been everywhere.
Yeah.
Caught in the snow in it.
snow, rain.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are paying attention to that last practice video I put up there on Facebook for us, but we or that, what is that, YouTube? That ain't Facebook. So anyways, I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but we actually put a set of these front shocks that we found out of Uncle Dave's collection.
Yeah.
The last ones were SoCal. They're a little bit more fancy than these, and they were completely blown out. We put these shocks on it to make a car show and check out our buddy Joey run his dragster, and they are completely worn out as well. They're done. So this thing, if you see me driving down I-40, man, the front end's bouncing all over the place, but it's all good. We'll get some ordered. I guess we could start it up, Slick. You want to get in there? That's pretty much it, huh, Slick?
Yep.
Yep, as simple as it gets. These wheels are actually 1940. They're 16-inch all the way around. We've got the Excelsiors up front and the Excelsiors up back. The fronts are a lot smaller. That's a 5.0. Thank you there, Slick.
No worries. Heard you were yelling.
Yeah, you know, these. We'll get the microphones, man. We won't have to do that. The microphones are coming. But yeah, the radial tires, they look like bi-splies, but they're not. They're the Excelsior units, 7.50 in the back. We got a 5.0 in the front. That back tire is actually 30.5 inches tall. The quick change rear end has a 411 posi in it, and I can usually, I think right at 2,000 RPMs.
About like 65 or...
Yeah, somewhere in there. I don't know if
I mean, it gets down, it's not slow down the highway. It's not like, oh, this is 411, you gotta go slow like the normal.
No, you just got to go slow when it doesn't have shocks up front. But that's pretty much it, guys. Very simple setup, nothing to it. It's kind of like an old tractor. She just gets down the road. Can't really break anything on it. I will show them this, man. This thing's pretty cool. These straight axle cars, kind of like a Jeep, sometimes they will get a little crazy with the bump steer, and I don't know if you guys can see that shock right there, but it's actually got a steering stabilizer. This car, when set up with good shocks, is not sketchy at all. I mean, it's straight as a string.
It's a good car.
But anyways, what do you say we get in here and get the shop update from Slick 50? Check out what he's got going on.
Well, we have some 32 Fords in here. I got 2 3 windows, a 5 window, and a Roadster. The 3 window on the table is Craig Hash's.
The Legend Craig.
The Legend Craig Hash.
It's looking good, Craig.
Yeah, it's coming along. We're about ready to pull it off the chassis table. Right now I'm just finishing up the boxing plates, just getting them fit. I've already got one side fit. I gotta cut this one to fit. We've been working on getting the trans mount and the wishbone mounts done. They're pretty close.
Show them this motor mount that you made, because it's kind of like the hearse one, but better.
So normally on 32s, on a hearse mount, they'll have big stanchions that sit here that get the motor mount or motor high enough. Well, on this, I just redid it to where it looks like a hearse, but I just corrected all the. I pretty much just got rid of the stanchion that sits high, so it sits flat. Everybody seems to run the hearse, and it doesn't really bother them. I just wanted a clean look on this car, just to where it didn't look like it was. You know, I want it to look 60s, but I want it to be clean too. So.
You gonna make me one, buddy? I want one for my chassis.
For your 3 window?
Yeah. Yep. Hey, let's show them real quick what Sydney did. Shout out to Sydney.
Okay. Yeah, I had a
race. Yeah,
his buddy Sydney cut these out on the plasma table for me, just so I could build. Because usually on a 32, it just has this single cross member straight across. Well, a lot of guys will take like a 35, 36 X member, and they will put it in these 32 frames and stiffen them up. Well, Craig really wanted to keep the factory 32 cross member, so I decided that I was like, man, I can make a little X member off these to where it would tie in where I could mount the wishbones and the trans mount. So like we said, we had Sydney cut these out for us. They turned out awesome. They fit perfect. What I'm gonna wind up doing is I'm gonna cut holes in these like 35, 36 does. You can actually look behind you. That's a 35 Ford frame. You can see the holes.
Oh yeah.
So I'll wind up doing that on this to make it look, you know, more traditional, where it looks right, not like a fabricated piece. I'm gonna wind up running the exhaust under here, and then it'll come up through this. I'll put a hole here. It'll come up and go over the wishbones and out the back. This car will be full fendered, so it's going to be, you know, nice driver. So we got to get the exhaust quiet for him.
Yeah, let's show him that side that you got the fender on it this week.
Okay. So I've been messing with the rear end, how far back it's supposed to be. I got it at 28. That's what factory 32 is, just 28 inches from the back of the frame to the center of the axle. So I got it all set up and at about the right height we want it.
I notice a lot of people when I'm looking at them, because, you know, I got a 3-window. I noticed that a lot of people don't get the wheel exactly in the right spot. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah. This is factory at 28 inches.
Okay.
So this is like, because Craig really wants it to be traditional. I was going to move it back a little farther just so it kind of fixes. But you have to look at it. The wheel opening is different front to back. So it looks like it's too far forward, but it's not.
Yeah. Angles, huh?
Yeah.
Looks good, man. I like how you got that sitting like that. Tuck in the tire.
Tuck in the tire. That's what we want. Craig's got some, he's got some small hole Halibrands for the back. They're 15 by 8.5, I believe. They're magnesium, and then he's got some NOS pair of American 15 by 4s.
Of course he does.
He's got all the good stuff.
I want to go over there, Craig. Craig, let me over there.
But same thing as his car. It's got 35, 36 bones. I got this brace in here just to keep them in line so I could build the center mount.
Got to keep it in line.
Yeah. It'll have a Muncie just like his car. Muncie, and they'll probably wind up doing 411s because I'd like to where it drives like Charlie's Roadster. Charlie's Roadster really just drives great, so I want to be able to get on the highway and everything. So
can't wait. Apostles to the front.
Yeah, for sure.
So what else we got going on with this deal?
Well, it's kind of sketchy getting up here and working all the metal work. So on this side, I got the cowl size done just so I could mount the firewall in it, but I'll have to fix the rest of it. Just because it's kind of sketchy standing up here, so I'll get everything metal finished to where it looks like this when we're done.
What can we put on the channel to show them? You know, a lot of people want to see what you do. What's going to be the next step that you can show a little metal finishing and stuff like that?
What I'll probably do is I'll take it off the chassis and I'll get a lot of the big dents out that first step. So we'll probably film it, getting it off the chassis, getting it the right height, and then me working. There's some big dents on the top I got to get out.
Big dents.
Yeah, but we'll get that done. And then, like I said, it's just right now I'm in between projects, so it's kind of hard to film. I want to start something that's not halfway done. I want to start, you know, like
show them something that they get a little bit of closure on the end.
Yeah, not just we're starting halfway through and like, oh, yeah, there it is. So
hey, that'll help us with our own projects too. We'll actually get something done.
Yeah, for sure.
So all right, cool, man. And then
this one is
another 3-window.
Yep, 3-window. It's a Buck Wilson's. I'm starting to chip away at it. The doors are pretty bad on it. So if you look, the body line lines up on both sides, front and back, but this still is way off up here. So when they chopped it, they didn't get this right.
Oh,
it's
man.
too far, as you can tell.
I see that, yeah.
I'm going to have to fix all that. They did try, I don't know why they did this, they tried to put a 35 or 33, 34 cowl piece in it. So like the back of the 32 hood would have a 33, 34 Ford cowl look to it, where it comes down and slopes.
Trying to get that Boyd Coddington.
I guess they needed to stop on it.
They wanted that Boyd.
But this was all just bondoed over. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go back, and I got all the patch panels, so I'll go back and fix all this and metal finish it.
So this cowl like this, it's like this on the other side. Look at this.
Yeah,
this is what happens when you guys buy a car out there that you just sometimes don't know what's underneath the paint. This one was bought like this. Buck knew what he was getting into.
It was bondoed really bad.
Yeah. But that's kind of some of the stuff you have to deal with in this world we live in.
Yeah, so right now I'm pulling all the door skins off to fix all the inner structure where it was cut up real bad.
Right.
But we'll get that straightened out and then start putting these new patch panels on. I'm excited to put the patch panels on it so we get her looking right again.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. That car's worth saving.
For sure.
Then this one.
5-window, yeah, we've been chopping it. First we did the insert because he didn't want to chop it. So we did the insert, and I was like, okay, it's probably gonna be a pain to chop because we can't. Usually, when they chop them, they cut them here and lengthen.
Right.
So what I wound up doing was I leaned the pillars back, and to do that, you have to make sure all this lines up. So you can look on this side too. It all has to because when you lean the pillars back, this is still at the wrong angle, so I had to correct a lot of things metalwork wise to where it looked like, so it wouldn't look like that 3 window over there. But we got the doors all open and closing. I'll move this fan.
Is that your biggest fan?
Yeah. But we had to move the hinge back so it would open and close correctly.
Looking good.
So as you can see, it opened and closes right now.
So all that's left on this chop is just a little bit of metal finishing, huh?
Yeah, I got most of this door done and the
Okay.
gap fixed. On the other side, I just got to do a little metal finishing on the door, and then I need to metal finish the back, so it'll look like this when we're done, where you can't even see where it was welded on.
Yeah.
For the insert. So
They didn't start putting full roofs into the cars until, was it 37?
I believe so, yeah.
Before that, they had Ford stamp the bodies.
That insert like
in
on
separate
that,
pieces. Yeah, you can.
on that
kinda-
3 window over there.
Which one? A lot of 3 windows over here.
Yeah.
But you guys can kind of see where he made his cut. He's welded it in.
Yep. We're getting there. We're about to start back on it. Probably this week actually. So I'll film a little bit of this when I get it done too.
All right.
So
We wish we would have started filming this project right here from start to finish, because it would have made a cool video, you know, to
Yeah.
show the tall roof, and then it, and but we will. We got this 32 behind you, the Joe Casto's Roadster.
yep. I gotta do a complete metal finish on it. It's got a lot of lead in it. I guess back then they were just patching stuff. They even filled the cowl pin with lead, so I gotta undo that and straighten that all out. It looks
Joe's dropped a lot of axles. He's a
yeah.
Oklahoma legend. We got the car here to straighten it all out. Rayson's gonna completely metal finish this deal.
Yeah. Well, let's work our way around. There's a few bad areas. This panel's pretty bad, and then that other quarter has been cut on, so I just got to fix all that and straighten it out, just so it's a nice car for him. He's always wanted to be nice, but he just never had the time to do it. So
we plan on getting with Joe and Tyler. Tyler's his grandson, and kind of giving a little history about this car. I mean, you guys can see, if you're flathead guys, there's some pretty rare stuff on this deal.
yeah, the ENS Customs heads, you know those guys. You hardly ever see them. They're not around. Same thing with the Vertex mag.
Vertex mag, these headlight stands. There's a lot of unique parts on this deal, and we can't wait to show you guys the process on this. And obviously, you guys know about the dragster. We're gonna try to make a little progress on that soon. But other than Joe's Roadster, which is gonna pretty much get completely metal finished, there's one more 32 out here next to the Love Tap, and that's our good buddy John Barrett's.
So John hit me up. He wants to get rid of, he wants door panels. So he wants it to look like more of a finished car inside. So what we're gonna wind up doing is I'll build aluminum panels that curve into everything. So they'll curve in back here around the seat on both sides, and then they'll cover up the door panel just so it looks more complete in here.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, also it'll look neat. It'll look more finished in here. The hood, I'm also going to put hood sides on it, so I got to cut around the exhaust. He's got some speed bubbles he wants me to put on it, so I'm going to have to kind of make it work.
And these lake pipes are actually Rayson's. Rayson made those.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to make any more, do you?
No, it's kind of rough, but it was fun. I'm glad they're on here. They look good.
John Barrett's a really cool dude. He's been over 200 miles an hour in a Roadster at Bonneville. He's driven top fuel dragsters, funny cars, everything, man.
Yeah,
I guess
he's done it all. John's really.
I want to put that picture up of him standing on the dragster out in the field.
Okay, yeah. Those old dragsters. But that's about it, honestly. We're about to a spot where we're about to get new cars in. Like once the 500 leaves, we'll probably get. We got your buddy's Model A. I got a chop, so we'll film that probably.
Yeah.
We'll go from there. I really do want to do some, because I know a lot of people have asked about metalwork and stuff, so I want to get some stuff on here to help you guys with metalwork. I'll just kind of show my process and how I look at things.
That way you guys can ask some questions if you got any, and
sure.
we'll answer them. And we've got my junk to mess with. We got old Clyde, and they haven't seen Clyde yet, but
no, we got to buff that old thing.
But we have a ruined Camaro for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and screw it up, and then hopefully you can bail me out on it.
We'll fix it.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you guys all for for subscribing to the channel. We're both really new at this, and we've already got a ton of support. And thanks to Mordsky, he shared it, and, you know, of course, Puddin, you know, yeah, Jacob, he's amazing. He gave us a shout out too. So, man, those guys are really awesome and inspiring. So hopefully we can inspire you guys to do something. If you have any questions or anything, let us know. If you like what you see, give us a comment, and we out of here.
Hang out to the end though. We're gonna put all the burnout footage at the end.
Oh yeah, they'll like that.
Good stuff.
Later, guys. Peace.
See ya.
Hey Ronnie, don't look at this windshield.